Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. You are watching YouTube and Facebook channels of Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the lecture number 27 of Software Economics course, and topic of coverage is project scheduling and tracking. The first question of the chapter is why projects are late in the software companies. There are many reasons. I am discussing few of them. One of the common reason is unrealistic deadlines imposed by the customer. Customer is always in hurry. They always try to pressurize you. They always try to use push strategy. For example, a project needs 1 year to complete. Customer will force you to deliver in 8 months or 9 months. If project needs 8 months, customer will pressurize you to deliver in 6 months. If it needs 6, he will ask you to deliver in 4 months or 3 months. And because of market pressure, because of the competitor pressure, you committed to deliver, so that project will be late. Changing requirements is also very common, and it's as per the business needs of the project, as per the nature of the projects. So when requirements are changed, automatically architecture is changed, code, testing, maintenance cycles will be changed. So you have to change the whole strategy. Once you change a requirement, you need to test it in terms of unit integration, system acceptance. So because of that, project will be late. It's not like the normal projects like construction projects or manufacturing unit. You have very clear requirements. For example, you want to construct a building, how many rooms, kitchen, bathroom, hall, working area, relaxation area, meeting area. But in case of software projects, customer is also as ignorant as the software team. So during the project, when customers start using it, then new requirements are raised. So as per the nature of the projects, requirements will change. When requirements are changed, automatically you need extra time, extra cost to develop. The project will be late. If you don't change the budget planned schedule, then it will be late. Honest underestimate of the effort and the resources. So project manager did mistake while calculating the team size at the beginning of the project. So he selected small team as per the requirements. So when you have extra effort, extra resources needed, you are lacking short of that. And because of that, so effort person relation will be affected, effort task relation will be affected, and effort time relation will be affected. So because of that, the project will be late. Certain or uncertain risks were not considered when the project commenced. So for example, budget, schedule, risk, planned budget and scheduled budget, the corrective actions were not taken when the project was lacking short of time or the cost. So you have to take corrective action, you have to do risk management when the certain risks are raised. And similarly, you have uncertain risks like team members. Team member may or may not leave. But for example, you have a sense, you have a smell that some team members are planning to switch. So you did not use risk management strategy to fix their issues, fix their problems, and then during the project, team member or project manager left, then you are in serious trouble. So you have to take corrective action to fix the risk. If you don't take it, then project will be late. Technical difficulties are not considered, or it is uncertain risk. For example, during the project, customer asks you to change the business logic or the tool, and you are not ready for that, team is not ready for that. For example, the case of Descom Infosys Java Versata, so it was new for the team. So newness of the technology, like we have microservice architecture now, we have container, we have DevOps tools, Kotlin, React Native, Flutter. So your team is not trained for that, team is not ready for that, and then customer asks you to switch to the new tool, new technology, or agile. For example, software company management decided to use Lean, Scrum, Kanban, and team was not curious, team was not ready. Like the case of Australian company, the team was using traditional methodologies from many years. And then because of the success of agile software development, the top management stakeholders decided to use agile, Scrum, Lean and Kanban. And there was delay in the delivery because the team was using traditional methodology in which you spend 6 months to 1 year to do planning, analysis and design, or sometime 2 years. And in agile, you have to deliver release after 2 weeks or 3 weeks. In case of Scrum, 3 to 4 weeks release cycle is there. The team was facing problem to adapt to the agile practices, agile methodologies, and then they call agile coach, agile consultant Alistair Cockburn from USA, and then he met with the team, he met with the management, and then he told them, you hired wrong people. These people don't have attitude of agile software development. Agile is more behavioral driven development, BDD. It has TDD, test driven development. The team is not curious to learn. It's a disciplined learning. You selected wrong team to implement. And because of that, there is a delay in the delivery. And because of that, project is delayed. Large team size need more time. So you select small team or large team. Both have negative impact on the project. Large team size needs more time to communicate and resulting in low productivity, resulting in late in delivery. It should be appropriate team size. So it's one of the reason, like you have 800 team size, you have 350 team size, you have 100 team size. So instead of large teams, you should have small teams. Like Yahoo company, they have 200 plus team size which are using the Agile Scrum, composing of 15 to 20 members in a team. Similarly, the case of Descon Infosys, they are delivering a release after every 2 weeks as per the contract with the realestate.com. Now, instead of having large team, Descon hired 4 teams of 10 to 20 members, team size. Instead of delivering 1 release, they are delivering 4 releases. So customer is happy, software company is happy, management is happy. So instead of payment of 1 release, there are 4 release payments are coming. So you have successful software development, and from 2000 to 2020, that project is still ongoing, and customer gave the H1 visa to the team to come to USA from Pakistan with their family and to work within the premises of the company. So instead of large team, it's better you have small teams of 10 to 20 members or 10 to 15 members. So it's much effective, much successful. Miscommunication among the team, there was poor coordination, there is poor communication among the team. Like the case of Denmark based company which are working in Bangladesh, Dhaka. They were using CMM quality standard and they were trying to achieve CMM level 3. Because of the CMM level 3 KPIs, key process areas, they are involved too much in the documentation and they have less time to communicate with each other. And because of that, the project was late from their delivery dates. And at a certain stage, when customer was pressurizing them, then the company decided to stop using the CMM level 3 KPIs and focused on Agile, Scrum, Lean and Kanban, and they successfully start delivering the releases as per the planned schedule. They cope with the problem of late delivery because of the strong collaboration, coordination and communication. Similarly, the case of Sweden-based company which was developing a poker game, they were going to organize a poker game competition and there were 3 months left for the competition dates and there were a lot of bugs. Team was frustrated, project was late from the delivery dates, stakeholders were pressurizing them, pushing them, and it was mess. And then top management of the company decided to use Scrum and they hired product owner and he asked the team to sit in a hall instead of separate offices to increase the coordination, communication, collaboration, and asked the customer to stop directly communicating with the team, only communicate with the product owner. The push strategy up to the product owner, and then product owner uses the pull strategy to deal with the team. And within 3 months, the bugs were fixed, releases were stable, and the competition was successfully organized. Failure team was transformed to a successful team because of improving in collaboration, coordination, communication. A failure by project management to recognize the project is falling behind the schedule, lack of corrective action. Because of that, projects are late. For example, the case of Indian company Infosys. The project manager was first time dealing such project, so he wasted 2 years to plan, analysis and design because he thought it's an ERP system and the company has offices in 50 states. So like operating system, we should collect all requirements, but by the time requirements were changed, scope was changed, and the team was frustrated, customer was frustrated, and project was failed as per the delivery dates, and customer cancelled the project. Another example of poor communication, in case of distributed teams, normally we face this problem like the case of Nokia company. The designing team was in Finland and the programming team was in Beijing, China. They were using pipeline strategy and the design was agreed, and then the programming team, development team start implementing that. But by the time they implemented the previously agreed design, stakeholders were in direct contact with the designing team, so they changed the requirements. Once you complete the code, design was already changed. There was delay in delivery, and then the Alistair Cockburn asked the company, either you move the programmers from Beijing to Finland or the designing team to Beijing, China. The top management of Nokia company decided to switch the designing team to Beijing, China. Instead of pipeline strategy, they started using concurrent strategy, and there was face-to-face communication, there was strong coordination, there was strong collaboration, and the problem of the late delivery was fixed. That is another example of poor communication. Your response as per the Napoleon Bonaparte. According to the famous commander of France, the Napoleon, he defeated British army, Russian army, German army, French army. He said, if an army failed in a war, it is not mistake of the army, it is a mistake of the commander. So he should leave this position, he should put his resignation. So in a project, if project failed, it's not mistake of the team, it's a mistake of the project manager, it is a mistake of the leader, because it's the leader who is responsible for the success or failure of the project, and the team was just following the instructions issued by him. So don't blame the team, blame yourself instead of blaming the team. There is another saying of Napoleon Bonaparte, if there is an army of goats, sheep, and their leader is tiger, lion, the goats will fight in the war like lions. But if the vice versa, if the goat is the leader, sheep is the leader, is the commander, and army is composed of lions, tigers, the lions or tigers will fight like goats, because goat will run away in the case of threat or risk or in danger. This is the nature of goat or sheep. So when leader will run away, commander will run away, automatically army will run away. One of the famous Muslim commanders of Muslim history, Hazrat Khalid bin Walid Radhiyallahu Ta'ala anhu. He was the successful commander, one of the successful commanders of the history. He never lost any battle. He was never defeated in any war. He never lost. He always lead from the front, and his army always followed him. When Hazrat Khalid bin Walid Radhiyallahu Ta'ala fought like tiger or lion, his army also fought like tigers or lion, and that is the reason he defeated Persian and Roman empires, which had history of thousands and thousands years. But because of the great leadership of Hazrat Khalid bin Walid Radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Muslim defeated both the empires. So that's the effect of a commander, that is effect of a leader. So in the software team, in the software projects, it's mainly depend on the project manager. Like the case of Infosys India, software company failed because of the project manager, because of his poor project management. And the case of TriSoft company, it was the decision of project manager that it's a file management system of Pakistani Hukuma department, requirements will not change. So the team followed the instructions of project manager. Project was failed or going to fail when they want to deploy at the customer side, and customer said thank you very much, we don't need, our requirements are changed, our scope is changed. You have great impact on the success or failure of the project. How to change unrealistic deadlines imposed by the customer? Customer always uses push strategy. Customer always pressurize the team to deliver early. Like I discussed a couple of minutes before, that if project needs 1 year, he will force you to deliver in 8 months or 9 months. If project needs 8 months, he will pressurize you to deliver in 6 months, and so on. Show him the history of previous projects, similarly completed projects. Like the case of NetSol Technologies. NetSol Technologies' first project was BMW. They developed a leasing software, LeaseSoft, for BMW. BMW is one of the leading car manufacturers. Then Mercedes-Benz also asked them to develop the similar software for them. Now that NetSol Technologies showed Mercedes-Benz management that this is our history, this is our cost, this is our schedule for BMW, and your project is similar to BMW project. The Mercedes-Benz agreed as per the deadlines, as per the project cost quoted by the NetSol Technologies. Customer will be agreed, convinced, justified. Use an incremental strategy. If customer is still not agreed, ask him that we will deliver core functionalities within the prescribed schedule and the extra features we will deliver later. For example, Microsoft Word, document editor. Code editor will be delivered within the time. Insert, delete, you can copy, paste the text, and you can add extra features like spell checker, thesaurus later on. That is a suitable strategy to change unrealistic deadlines imposed by the customer. Or the most effective suggestion, ask him to increase the budget and the schedule to complete the project. Then he will say, no, I'm happy, I'm agreed. So this is what, as per my experience, this is the most effective strategy to deal with the customer if he is trying to pressurize the software team to have unrealistic deadlines. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Take care. Stay blessed, healthy and happy.